sales in the area. Who is Jade? So Jade was a struggling single mama of two. She pushed her way through college, getting her bachelor's in law while working part-time at direct sales company, thinking that she will be an attorney, only to figure it out that her passion was truly in the part-time gig, helping women change their lives on their own terms, making the kind of money they never thought possible and proving the naysayers wrong.
And I will say that most of Level Up team is like that. Like all of us start with our careers, a lot of people, professional people here. And now we discover this in us, the passion that we got here, what we can do here for other people. So when Jay sent me this, I was like, oh my God, girl, you're so a Level Up team, girl. And such an example, I would say, in the past two meetings that we got with her, first 10 minutes, she was like knowing us like forever. I was like, how she knows? Like, she got a camera? What is going on? So she's super smart. So you will love her because she's like Alex in a girl body, like super smart. She analyzed everything. She's like paying attention. She hear us. She spoke about some of you guys, see the back office, like try to help you guys, doing numbers for you, everything. So we're so happy to have you here. Jay, thank you.
Bring that energy, Jay.
And in Spanish, la sala es tuya. You can go ahead.
Best energy, the best energy. Thank you, Jade.
You guys are so sweet. I appreciate you more than you know. I see some faces that I already know. Hi, Miss Cindy. I got to hug you recently in Nelly. Michelle and Alex are absolute, like, just the most incredible people I've ever known. So you're very blessed to even have them covering you and like rooting for you and doing all the things. Guys, we talk more about you than we talk about their personal business. And I've had to tell them lately, like, you need to get a little selfish though. We need to pull back just a tad. I need you to focus on you, just like we want everybody to be successful here. As they said, my name is Jade Smith. I'm the regional central sales director for Monate. And super, super excited to get started with you guys. I have all my notes ready. I do talk incredibly fast. This is a recent thing that I have learned when we tried to have somebody translate for me at a bigger event. And they were like, please slow down. She's sweating over there. So I will do my best to do that for all of you. Hopefully it's being recorded, so then you can go back and kind of check it out again. But I will get started if that's okay, guys, to jump right in. All right, I see the thumbs up, so let's go. Okay, so we've got a couple of topics that we're going to kind of go into and talk about. And I'm going to start with mindset, because we all know that that is one of the biggest things in this industry that is incredibly important, that whether you think it is or not, your mindset completely matters. The way that you show up for your business, the way that you carry all of the things that are going on in life as well as business-wise is so important in how you show up, right? So first, I want to tell everybody, because this is something that happens a lot, enough of caring what other people think. You will not be everyone's cup of tea. You have to remember that some people will always prefer coffee. Who cares? There are plenty of people that will drink exactly what it is that you're offering. So do not worry about never being enough for certain people that you're trying to be enough for. We've got to get rid of the people pleasers mentality. It actually holds us back more than it holds the person back that is judging. So start wiping those fears and all of those cares away of worrying about what other people have to say, and completely be open and unapologetic and confidently doing you, okay? Pay attention to where your mind goes when you think about how many people won't do this business with you. And instead, I want you to really think about all of the people who will, who have, and who are. There are thousands of people out here. We have 4 million VIPs alone, you guys. We have just shy of 100 millionaires in this industry. When you're worried about the select 5, 6, 10, 20 that are in your neighborhood that keep saying no to you, I need you to cut that out. I need you not to worry about those 20 and go find the other 90 who are sitting here becoming millionaires out here. There are plenty of people out here that want everything that you have in your back pocket, and by you as a leader, you have to find them. Learn to develop that energy, develop that person that you're trying to become, so that people can actually show up for you in the same way that you show up for others and for your business. All right? Learn to pivot also what you say. Every time you say something that you don't actually want to happen, combat it with the opposing thought. So instead of, I don't think I could hit 10K this month, it needs to be, I'm hitting 10K, it's happening. I may not know how right now, but this is happening this August and I'm gonna make this work, right? We have to really begin to say what we want to see instead of tear ourselves down just to prepare for discouragement. It really only allows yourself to already prepare for not getting to where you want to go. So say what you mean, say what you want to see. You want to hit 5K, you want to hit MMB, you want to hit AMM. That is what needs to come out of your mouth instead of the opposite. Amen. So of course you're trying to maybe mimic those people on social media, right? We know the aesthetic is pretty when we see these people with 50,000K followers or 500K followers and we're like, okay, I need to be doing what they're doing. Absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by somebody who's doing really, really well on social media, but everything wrong with showing up as somebody that you are not. People will either know that from you, or what's going to happen is you're going to become so exhausted and so burnt out trying to be somebody that is not truly you to your core that you're going to eventually not be able to keep up the facade. And so what I want you to do is start being open with who you are and showing up as that person. Be inspired by a reel. Take their reel and go, okay, I'm going to make this my own. She did it as a single girl in college. I'm going to do this as a mama at home who's been working for Lord knows how long. Change it up, make things work for you. But we can't continue to try to be the next Jade Free and the next Sarah Hill, because there is only one them at the end of the day. There is only one them. So you've got to show up as you. You got to be open about that, proud about that, and happy about that, right? Again, inspiration is okay. Being a mimic or being a copycat is not what you want to end up doing. Show up authentically. The sooner you become okay with you and happy to show people who you are, the better and the more effortless it is for you to show up every single day. Every single day. You do not have to look up things on how you should show up when you are being yourself. My daily life is craziness. I've got 2 kids, 13-year-old and 12, a boy and a girl, sports and a diva over here. She's in sports now too, but gosh, do I love it, right? Those are things I could talk about for years on years on years. My son's hurt right now. He tried to jump over something today from the dog and we're like, here we go. We're doing it again. This is where we're at, right? That's something that I can show up as and be completely authentic in my stories and tell people what happened, because that's my real life. That's who I am. That's Jade, right? So who are you? And I want you to show up as that. If you're confused about that, or if you're the person that's like, I don't really know who I am, well, let's figure that out together, shall we? So my next question for you is, what are your pillars? What are your non-negotiables? Who are you? That's what I want you to show up as. Are you a faith? Are you faith-based? I am. I love me some Jesus. Are you family-based? Yes, I have kiddos. I love my kids, would live, kill, breathe, and die for these kids, right? Are you healthy? Are you a workout fanatic? Are you vegan? Are you a teacher? Are you a nurse? Are you in the industry? Whatever that looks like, show up as that person and all of those things that make you you, so that that is something that comes from you effortlessly. I don't think a lot of people understand that those pillars sometimes make you an expert in certain categories. What if somebody's really struggling in their faith? And this is something that you've been doing your entire life because you grew up in the church. Maybe somebody's going to go, how do you pray about this? How do you do this? But because you showed up as somebody who can show them how to do those things, they're coming to you for one thing, not realizing that they're going to eventually hear about what Monate can do for them later, right? So allow your pillars and who you are to open the door for possibilities to bring new people into this industry. That is how you need to be showing up for your business. All right. So that's part of your homework. I want you to jot down 4 things that make you you. What are your pillars? That is important. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now, ask your best friend or a sibling, and they will tell you. They will know immediately. You're good at this. You're an encourager. You're the most positive person I know. You're a prayer warrior. You're a fixer. You literally nurture every single person, whatever that looks like, right? Let somebody else tell you if that's something you're unaware, okay, or unaware of. Okay, next, the 3 C's. These are incredibly important. I learned these from Stephanie Green, who's out in Utah. She's a director and she's super successful and amazing, and I absolutely love her. So the first C is credibility. This means the quality of being trusted and believed in. Are you credible in this business? How are you able to convince people that Monat is the place to be, that this business model is the best one out there, that these products are worth all of the hype? How are you sharing that? Are you even sharing it? That's something that is incredibly necessary. If you've got a product and I know that you love it because you sell it, right? How else do you show me that how else can you convince me that it's going to work? I need to see testimonies. I need to see before and afters. I need to know somebody else is loving the products just like you are. Of course you love it, you sell it, right? Show me people who aren't making any money off of it that are obsessed with it. Show me their before and afters. Show me that your mom, your aunt, your sister, your best friend can do it, yes. But show me the Joe Schmo from across the street who you didn't know at first, but told you that their hair was thinning and now they absolutely love your IR system. Right? Show how many people are able to make money from this industry, how lives have been changed from this industry. You guys have Jen Morales on the call. She just hit AED. Congratulations. That's a huge life-changing mode. Like, that's big. So, allow her story to be something that helps pivot and talk about that. Ask her to do a live with you, or ask her to send you a little video of her story so you can say, listen, I know that it looks like that you can't be the top 2% out here. Ask Jen. Maybe she didn't think she could be either, but she is the top 1% now. She's up there. She did it. So we can't say that this is not something that's unachievable, right? The next C is consistency. Right? How often are you showing up for your business and talking about these products? This is also, does somebody have something to say? I just wanted to make sure I didn't. Okay, I'll keep going. Is that okay? Okay. Consistency. How often are you showing up? People are watching you, even if you do not think they are. I love it when somebody says, I had somebody reach out that's been looking at me for a year, finally say, okay, I've seen you've been doing this. I'm ready to get started. If you had not been present in your business, on your social media, doing events, consistently showing that you're out here earning trips and doing all the cool things, making extra money, then how would anybody know that they could join you a year later? Your consistency is what makes somebody else buy into you. I would not want to be under a leader who only showed up 3 times last year. So are you showing up and are you being that leader that you would actually want somebody to become attracted to? If you are not, it's time to make some adjustments, right? We've got to be exactly who we want to attract. If you want a go-getter, a unicorn, somebody who takes initiative, can do events on their own, who doesn't mind calling people and reaching out to strangers, then guess what you need to be? That exact person as well. Amen. So make sure that you are doing those things. Consistency is huge. I wrote this down and I said, if I see the same Oreo or Dorito commercial 50 times in like a month or 2 months, right? Yes, it may seem annoying the first few times, but finally at one point in time, you're going to say, I'm craving Doritos or Oreos. There is a seed that is planted when you see something in repetition, when something keeps going and going and going, kind of like that song. Have you ever, like, let's be honest, that Barbie song? Some people might not have been jamming to it right away. And now you've heard it probably a million times since that movie's come out, that it's everybody's jam. Right? So all it is that you have to continue to do the same thing over and over again and show up. I know that it feels like a broken record. I know you feel like it's redundant, but to somebody else, you're showing up consistently and you are making them a believer every single day that you show up for your business. So be consistent. The same way that song's consistently showing up on your social media, be consistent the same way Doritos commercials show up every Super Bowl. We all look forward to it because we know it's happening. Be consistent that same way when it comes to your business and how you talk about these products. And lastly, the last C is confidence. If you don't believe in this business or these products, why on earth would someone else? Stop showing up timid, stop showing up shy, like you're unsure, and start showing up with that director energy before you even get that title. Show up like this is the best doggone stuff in your bathroom closet. Okay, show up like this is exactly what paid your rent and your mortgage and your car payment and put the kids in soccer and basketball and all the things. That is what people need to see. If you are not confident about what you do, I am not confident in you about what you do. Therefore, I don't want to join you. Right? So we got to show up a certain kind of way if we want somebody else to feel confident in us, in our ability to lead them towards becoming the next MDC here. Right? Are you showing up as the next MDC to make somebody else believe that they could be the next MDC? That is incredibly important when it comes to you and your business. So start showing up as that. Be confident in who you are. Be open about that. Cindy and I have talked about that. I'm like, who are you, Cindy? She's like, well, I'm vegan. I said, girl, you're vegan and you sell vegan hair care products, skincare products. Do you know how many people are going to look at you and go, so you can teach me how to make a meal and how to love on my hair and my skin, and it's all healthy? Yes, ma'am. You are the award for vegan. They would love you. So that's what I want you to show up as. That's how I want you to be like, okay, I got this in the bag. This is easy. It is so easy. You just have to show up. The hardest part is taking the first few steps. After a while, those first few steps become habits. And then those habits become regular routines that now turn into daily life that you don't even have to think about. And I love that for Cindy, because I'm telling you, baby girl made it to Bahamas. And she did that all on her own. And I am proud of her because we talked about this and we said it was going to happen and she made it happen. So that's what happens when you show up differently for your business in a way where you want to see reward and results. It's hard work, but it's going to be worth it when she's sitting there sipping that Miami Vice on the beach in a pineapple. Okay? A lot of people are thinking it's crazy, but it's going to be crazy when she's out there in her cute little leotard on the beach frolicking in that sun in October while other people are dealing with rain or wherever they're at, right? That's what you people want to see. That's what people need to see. Confidently show up as yourself. Okay, next we're going to go over goal setting. Creating new ones every single month is also important. If you don't wake up on the first of the month or the last day of the month, you're not preparing exactly how you're going to show up this month or the following month, then you're already coming in backwards. We have to start off with our goals ready and in mind. Even if you don't know how you're going to achieve it, it needs to be on paper. It needs to be known. You need to be intentional and you need to know, okay, this is where I'm trying to go. So this is what I have to do. All right, so this is how we're going to kind of break that down for those of you that might have struggled with doing this or might need some reminders on how to do it. So what I say is, what's your game plan for the month? What do you want to do? It needs to either be a financial goal, it needs to be a rank goal, or maybe it's PV or GV or volume of some sort in order to help you get to the next level or help somebody else get to the next level, right? So I'm not talking about, oh, I just want to hit MMB. What's your game plan? You want to hit MMB? Okay, what does that mean? What does MMB require? Write down all of the need in order to hit MMB and write down exactly what you're going to have to get. So you know if you've got 4 active lines or not. You know if you hit 500 PV easily last month or not. If that was easy, okay, don't worry about 500 PV. It's in the bag. We're not worried about that. If you've got 2 active lines, guess what your biggest focus is? The other 2 active lines. That's what needs to be circled. That needs to be the main focus of one of your game plan. Amen. So then you say, okay, I need 5K GV. Maybe this is somebody else's goal. I have 2K. Now I need 3 more. How do I do that? 30 oils. For every 1 oil, it's 100 PV that goes into it. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I need 500 PV. Okay. I need you to sell 5 oils. Period. That easy. If you need 1,000 PV, I need you to sell 10 oils. If you want to break that into systems, IR system costs 150 PV. So it gives you just a little bit more. So if you sold a system instead, you could get a lot more than that and sell less, right? Less than the 10 oils for 1,000 PV. One thing I just did with somebody on a call recently was showing them how to earn an additional $300 in a month. Okay, this is how I broke it down. I said, if you're making money with $300 a month, I want you to sell 8 IR systems with an oil added to each and every single one. And I'm going to break it down to you number-wise so you can understand how commissions and PV is divided or added to this, okay? Each IR is 150 PV. So if we sell 8 of those, that's 1,200 PV. Anyone going for Bahamas or anything like that, this might be your road to it. This might be the way that you can still earn. If you didn't know, we opened it back up. You have all the way through the end of August to earn now. So it is not over until it is over on the 31st of August. Amen. Do not give up. It might sound crazy. You might be like, I am really far away from it. Oh, well, we're starting from scratch, but we're doing it because we want to see you in Bahamas in October, right? So here we go. We're going to break this down. IR is 150 PV each. 8 of those gives you 1,200 PV. If you add an oil to every IR system you sell, that's an additional 800 PV, right? At 100 PV each. So 1,200 times 15% gives you $180 in commissions. But the $800 that comes from the oil times 15% gives you $120 commission, which means 180 plus 120 equals $300. So for those of you who are going for big goals, show your team, hey, I want to help put $300 in your pocket. This is how we're going to do it. If I told you to sell 8 IR systems and add an oil for the rest of the month, that's 2 IR systems and 2 oils a week. Tell me that's not easy. You have 4 weeks in this month. You can do 2 systems and 2 oils. That's 2 customers a week. That's it. So even for somebody with a part-time or full-time gig, you can find 2 customers a week, whether it's via social media or it's currently at your job or wherever you're at. That is easy to do. I promise it's easy to do. We broke it down on how to make that happen. And don't forget, product of the month is always double. This month, it's the apple cider vinegar, which only gives you about 84 PV. So that's why I'm giving you oils and IR systems, because it's the most amount of PV and volume that you get to earn. And I want you to do it quickly, and I want you to do it easily. If you wanted to break it into ACV rents, you could. You just have to do the math that way. All right. So I'll say this again, because I know I talk fast. So I'll break down those numbers again for you guys if that was a lot. I know, forgive me. I see people in the chats, and
We
I
got
can't
4 people translating at the same time.
Oh no, I told you I talk fast. I'm sorry. Okay. I will slow down, I promise. Okay. $300 extra a month. All right. Please. I saw that. That was in English. I got you. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. $300 extra a month. Each IR is going to give you 150 PV a piece. Okay? The whole system is going to give 150 PV a piece. Selling 8 of those IR systems gives you 1,200 PV total. Okay? But what I want you to do is sell 1 IR system with 1 oil. So that goes from 150 PV to 250 PV, because you have the 150 PV from IR and 100 PV from oil. So we now have 250 PV being earned from 1 customer if you can put all of that in 1 order. So make this a cute bundle, call it the back to school bundle, call it the teacher special bundle. There's so many ways to get people attracted to you right now, given the season that we're in. Say you're doing something for teachers, add a couple of extra little like skincare samples in their order so they can feel special. And then eventually they're going to want to know what this skincare is all about, but you got to get them in the door some way, somehow. Okay. When you do 8 systems plus 8 oils, so it'll be a system and an oil for every bundle, right? That's going to give you $300 in commissions. Here's how. 1,200 PV from the IR systems alone times 15%, which is what you make on orders, equals $180 in commissions. The other 800 PV times 15% is going to give you $120 in commissions. Guys, this is only these bundles that you're selling. So if you have somebody rank up, there's another bonus. If you have VIPs and new market partners, there's another bonus. This is just $300 with just what I'm telling you. So if you know you're already going to make a certain amount, cool. Maybe you're going to make $500 by the end of the month based on the numbers that you produce already, right? I'm trying to put money in your pocket, and I'm also trying to get you to show your team the worth behind selling these systems so that they can make money too. We're not going to go to the team and say, hey, so-and-so wants to make it to Bahamas. Can you guys work? I'm saying, hey, $300 could be yours. Are you in or not? Right? Everybody. And I know everybody, if you saw an envelope that said $300 outside on the ground in the parking lot, nobody's walking by that. Am I right? Because I know I'm not. I'm not even walking by a $5 bill, let alone a 1, okay? I'm going to think that Jesus was doing something for me that day, and he just wanted me to feel a little special. I don't care how much it is. We pick up quarters over here. I just think of all of it as a blessing. Amen? So when somebody's like, how much can I make? Let's show you how to make $300. And we could really do that with any system, but one IR system gives you the most PV right now. Okay. If you want to do a skincare system, find out how much PV it gives you. Okay, and always make sure you take in account the purchase plus being applied, because in the product list it will actually say IR should give you like 198, but with a discount, and again this is going for a VIP, with a discount, right, it comes down to about 150. It might be a little bit over that. And that's what I try to get you guys to see, so that if you get more than that, if it's like a retail customer, then good. You're way over your threshold of getting exactly what you're trying to get. That's more than $300 earned, right? So that's going to be the $300 total. And then guys, if you want to make $600, if somebody's like, I need 600, double it. Do 16 IR systems with an oil. Easy. If $600 is what somebody needs, tell them to double it. So guess what? We're going to do 8 plus 8. 16 IR systems, 16 oils. But if you stick with 8 and you think about doing this in a week time span, right? That's 2 systems and 2 oils sold once a week. Sold every week, 2 systems. That's easy. If I chose to do my business Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm putting in orders every Saturday, as long as I get 2 people to say yes every single Saturday, I'm solid for my $300 in cash. Okay? Amen. So the reason why I brought that up is because if we don't talk about money, closed mouths don't get fed. A closed mouth is not going to make a big business either. So if you're not talking about the ability to earn this kind of money with you, people don't know that this is actually something that could help their financial situation. Everybody could use some extra money right now. The average person in the United States at this moment cannot afford a $500 emergency. That's actually really sad. And the average family and household cannot afford a $500 emergency. And I just showed you guys how to do it in a month. Could you imagine setting somebody up who's currently financially struggling on how to put away an additional $300 to $500 a month just for emergencies, or just for savings, or just to go ahead and put towards sports, or maybe it's towards school clothes? Because my God in heaven, if these children don't stop growing, I'm about to take them to Goodwill, okay? And say, pick out what you need, because y'all are killing me. This is ridiculous. And now these kids have the nerve to have like standards, whether it's like, oh, I only wear Jordans. Oh, do you? Because it sounds like you need a job. Right? I'm like, you want $250 shoes, you need to get outside and mow some grass. Okay? Go knock on everybody's neighbor's doors like I used to have to do as a kid, or babysit, so you can make that kind of money. But seriously, that's an easy way. Tell your kids, help you out. Tell your kids, like, hey, you got a teacher that's over there talking about money or something like that, or talking about, what does your mom do? Oh, let me bring you some samples, Miss Smith. Guys, I know plenty of people that send their kids to school with samples. Plenty. Have your baby passing out your business, and your business card needs to be present. Why? Because after they use it, they need to know who to contact. The last thing you need is somebody searching up these products somewhere else, trying to find anybody to go buy them from, because you didn't leave them your contact information in order to purchase with them. Right? So make your business cards, guys. It doesn't have to be something expensive. You can make them yourself. Go get a photo and print them on FedEx and type up your name and your social media and your number if you want to, or your email, and that's how they can get a hold of you. Very easy. Cut them up. Do it in squares. Make it happen. There are no limits unless you put a limit on yourself. Remove them. Find easy ways to work smarter and not harder. Okay? I see these. No eye limit. I see this. I see they're going. They're keeping up. They're keeping up. If I'm too fast, let me know. All right. But we've got to start talking about money. I have to say this. As a single mom who was struggling previously in college, working full time, trying to do everything I could just to keep food in my kids' mouth and diapers and all the things, I was not screaming on social media or at school or at work going, I don't have the money to pay this, or I'm not sitting there posting every day that I don't have enough for my light bill or for my car payment. But guess what I was doing? I was scrolling. It was easy to scroll despite my financial situation. How many people are paying attention to you who don't have the money right now for the very bills that they currently have? Not even want. Let's go with currently have, right? That are waiting for you to tell them, I could help you make $300 in a month. And let me tell you, if they tried to do this in their Smart Start, it's way more money than that. If they take advantage of their Smart Start, they can earn $1,400 in their first 30 days if you set them up the right way. That is something that somebody who's a hustler, who's like, I have money to make, I don't have time to waste, and I'm a hard worker, let's get at it. That's a hustler's mentality to say, tell me what I got to do. If you can explain how somebody can do this business and what they need to do it in order to make that kind of money, there are no questions. It's just, okay, I've got it. So if I said, hey, what if I showed you how to make an additional $1,400 in your first 30 days if all you had was 5 friends? Guess what a hustler's mentality is? I'm figuring out 5 friends in my head before I even reach out to you because I want to know that I can even do this. And easily, I'm going to figure that out if I want that money. I've got 2 coworkers. I've got my sister over there in Texas. I got somebody else that I just stumbled upon at Starbucks. And then I've got my best friend, right? There we go, 5 people. So now I'm going to message Misha and Alex and I'm going to say, I've got 5 people. What do I need now? And she's going to say, okay, well, it's $149 to sign up. Oh, bet. Okay, I don't have that. But I could sell a pair of shoes and a purse on Poshmark to make that $150 so that I could join you, and then I'll go ahead and make that money back in the first 30 days. There's no objection when somebody wants to make something happen. How many moms and parents do I have on the call? Even if it's for dogs, I don't care. If you got babies, you got babies, right? Okay, plenty of you. There is nothing that you wouldn't do to feed your kids. Am I right? If somebody took away every resource that you had available and said, hey, this is all you get to do to feed your kids, guess what you're going to do? Figure it out. Even if that's sell half of the things in your closet that you don't need, but you wanted at one point in time just to make the money to go ahead and buy your starter kit, you would figure it out. Teach people that. It doesn't have to be difficult. And if anybody objects to you and says, hey, I actually don't really have the money for this, or I don't really have the time, you're the perfect person for this. This is exactly why you need this business. If you don't have the money to put $149 down to take a chance on yourself, and you don't have the time to put into it, that's exactly why you need network marketing. Because I can make sure that you can make that kind of money from your couch, at home, while you're at your kids' games, while you're in class, while you're on your at your full-time job, from your phone. And I could give you that time back. If you hit a certain rank, you could quit your corporate job. You're talking about money and time. We can make that happen. How much time are you going to give me to show you? That's the kind of conversation that needs to happen when somebody objects and says, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Okay, let's make it happen. If you did have that kind of time, what would you do with it? If I told you I could help you find that kind of time in a matter of 90 days, what would you do with it? If somebody told me my life could be completely different in 3 months and I would be making double what I would make somewhere else, doing it at home in the comfort of my own home, not waking up or answering to anyone, and I'm still present for my children, guess what I'm doing? Exactly that. So learn how to take the objection for somebody who's afraid of losing something instead of, this person actually doesn't have it. No, that's fear speaking. Figure out how to demolish fear. Figure out how to remove that hope of or fear of loss and teach them the hope of gain. I can show you how to get more money and have more time. That's up to you if you're willing to. You call me when you're ready, because I don't want to sit here and try to convince you. My job is not to persuade people to want a better life. The only thing I can do is show you and offer it to you, and you take it when you want to, but I love you regardless. And then be out. Your time is also valuable. When somebody says no, take that and run with it. Thank you, next. Like Ariana Grande, we're moving forward, and we got to talk to the next person. Every no, you should have 5 people ready to go speak to right after. And then if it turns into a yes, give them some more of your time. Now somebody has invested into your business. They deserve your valuable time now. But you need to keep it moving. Every no, keep it moving. And remove the outcome from being personal. There's nothing that you said or did incorrectly for somebody who said that they don't want this business with you at all. And no usually is a not right now. Some people are waiting to see how successful you get in this. Some people are waiting to see if you're actually going to show up every day, or if this is just a new fad of yours. If this is just a trend, maybe you're going to do this for the next 30 days, but you'll be on to something else next month. Show them that they're wrong. Prove them wrong by being more and more successful. Because eventually what happens is people don't see success right away, right? But they do see it eventually. And when they see it later, then they have questions. Hey, how did you do that? How did you rank up to MMB? How'd you get that $10,000 bonus? How'd you get that $5,000 bonus? What did you have to do? How did you get to go to Bahamas for free with your husband? How did you get to go on all these free trips? What do you mean you paid for your kids all their school supplies and all their school clothes with your Mo money? How did you do that? Get people curious about how you're moving now so that they can ask questions and go, girl, I've been trying to show you. You've been sleeping on me, but are you ready to wake up? Like, that needs to be your conversation. All right. So talk about money. Don't be afraid of talking about that. Recruiting. Get your VIPs to events. Events. You should be doing events at least twice a month. The reason being, because if you're a lively type of person, like I know Michelle and Alex are, then they are people that definitely thrive off of being in front of people. They thrive off of connection and meeting new people. If that is how your team operates, you need to have more events. Guys, these events don't need to have 150 people at them. I don't even care if they don't have 10. Learn to have an intimate event at your house with 2 people and bust out some wine, some cheese and grapes and crackers and call it charcuterie and ask them to wash their hair and call it a day. That's an event. The moment that you can have somebody introduced to these products and they fall in love with the experience you gave them and the results that they see right away, there is not a no in sight when it comes to either joining you or purchasing the products. If you made me feel good, and if my hair has felt the best it ever has after one wash, I will find a way to pay for these products. I will find a way. Angela Estevez just said in NLE, she took money out of her husband's pocket because she refused to say no. I'm not telling you to steal, because I thought that was really funny. But I thought it was hilarious because she said in her head, no, I'm getting this. And I'd prefer to say sorry later than ask for permission. I was like, well, amen, whatever floats your boat. But hey, we're all doing what we got to do out here. And look at her. She's a director. She's very successful. I bet her husband is thanking her now. I bet he's over here like, if you need $200 a month, honey, I got you anytime. Because now she's reeling in that kind of money like it's nothing, right? So making sure you're doing these events and get your VIPs to the events. Another way to get your VIPs to convert, check in with your VIPs at least every other month. The reason being, I would check in with them monthly, but talk about the business opportunity every 60 days. For one, I don't want you every 30 days saying, hey, join the business, right? But I do want you to say, hey, how are your products treating you? I'm just checking in. I want to thank you for buying from a small business, because at the end of the day, you are right now, right? Thank you so much for all of everything that you've done, everything that you've purchased. I just wanted to check in. How is your IR treating you? How is your advanced hydrating treating you? How is that damage repair mask doing for you? What did you think? This is a great opportunity for 2 things. If they hated it, find something else for them and do it quick. Because I'd prefer you to be the one that they tell that they didn't enjoy the way something felt with them than them just deciding that they want to close their account and never purchase from you again because they think something's wrong with the products. Keep in mind, everybody's recipe is different, right? So what works for me doesn't work for Jen. And what works for Jen doesn't work for Sonia. We're not all the same. So sometimes what you recommend might not have been the best fit. That's why it's important to do hair quizzes and make sure that you're figuring out what their initial need is so that you can help them actually find a solution to their hair care problem, right? Checking in, you can fix the problem if they had a problem. If they didn't have a problem, then they're like, hey girl, I absolutely love it. My hair has felt the best it's ever felt in the last 30 days. I would then say, oh my goodness, Stephanie, I love that you're seeing great results. Would you be open to sending me a photo? Even if it doesn't have your face in it, I just want to see your hair. Guess what I'm doing now? I'm taking her photo, I'm going to her social media, I'm finding an old photo, and I'm putting them side by side. And then I'm going to send it back to her and go, do you see this? Do you see the difference that has just happened with you? And then would you mind if I shared? I won't tag you if you don't want me to, but I just want people to know that this stuff is working. And most people will say yes, right? Post it. In the moment that somebody says, I want in, create a poll saying, hey, did you also have this issue? Would you be open to trying new products? If somebody says yes, I want whatever she's got, guess what I'm doing? I'm going back to Stephanie, whose photo that was, and I'm saying, hey, girlfriend, I've got 2 people interested in the products that you've been taking because of your before and after. I don't know if I feel right taking your customers because they want in this business because of you. So we could sign you up today as a market partner, And I could get those 2 people to go with you because it was your transition that made them fall in love with Monet. Are you interested, or are you going to leave money on the table? If they say no, it's a win-win. You keep 2 customers that are in love with these products and you sign them up. And if they say yes, you now have 1 new market partner and 2 new customers underneath him. And this is going to be a future MMB because all she needs is those 2 people to turn into an MMP. Guess what I'm doing in 60 days? I'm going to ask those 2 people how much they're loving their products. And I'm going to do it over again and over again and over again until everybody converts. Because your biggest people to convert to a market partner are your loyal customers. If they're in love with the products that much and they're seeing results, all it takes is somebody else to tell them, what on earth are you using? Because I need this in my life. And next thing you know, you're going to go, hey, I've literally had like 5 referrals from you. That could have been all your pocketed money if you had just joined. You let me know when you're ready because I'm sick of taking money from you, but it's totally okay because you're putting money in my pocket. That's what I would say. If you don't want them, continue to send them to me, girlfriend. I'm totally cool with that. But if you do, I suggest you to sign up now, ma'am, because you've now had 5 people join these or start using these products because of you. Amen? Okay. So that's what we're going to do to convert. Conversion, conversion, conversion. Check on your VIPs. They already love you. They already trust the products, right? So following up with those people, ask for those before and afters, show them the referrals can turn into commissions. And then finally, when you get exhausted, when you've been pushing and you're working hard, I get it, you guys, this is a tireless business. This is something that you actually have to work hard for, right? It's not for the weak, it's for the willing. But those people who do not faint after seeing so much hardship are the people that see reward later on. I tell all of my leaders, you need to learn to rest, not to quit. If you're feeling burnt out, if you're tired, guess what? Take a day off. Take a day off. And I mean, put your phone on do not disturb. Tell your upline and your family and everybody else, nope, today is my off day. I'm off duty. Sorry, I love you. And literally have a message already created. Have a message that says, I'm so sorry I'm out of office right now, but I'll get right back to you in 24 hours. Okay? Be professional about taking your day off. It's okay to take a day off. CEOs don't spend 7 days a week inside the business once they've made it. There's a little bit of hustle and grind in the beginning, but after a while, what happens? They get to take months off later on. They get to lean back after they've got a whole business going without them because they've built a legacy and they've built something from the ground up. So learn to rest, not to quit. All right, Michelle and Alex, I'm sorry. I know I went for a while. I'm done.
Oh my God, Jade, what an energy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Say thanks in the chat. Applause for Jade. We're so happy. Thank you for all the gems. Thank you for all, all your brain, all your thoughts, everything that you gave it to us.
Notes to translate everything.
Yeah, we got a lot of notes. Good. The chat went like on fire. So thank you again, Jade.
What I will say about this meeting is like, and it's what happens when we meet her. It's like blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she talked to you guys, but she gave you an example, like easy one, like don't complicate yourself. Okay, go like this with the energy. And when she was talking, I was like, oh my God, this girl in the team is like that, this girl in the team is like that. And if we start duplicating that will be awesome for your teams. Also the PV with the IR system and the oils, and we can get that, with the downlines in every single team that will help the people that is going for big goals. Everything. I love everything. Take care of you one day. Self-care. She talked to us about that. And guys, she was the one telling us, I will not say anything, but she said in the beginning, like, being selfish sometimes about your business and yourself. Yeah. I know Level Up is a family and we help each other, but you need to help yourself first. And that start with us, and that start with you guys. Your business first. Are you active? Are you having new MPs? Are you having your PV today? And then go help your team, okay?
Yeah. Remember the 3C? The 3 C's? It's a consistency, credibility, and also conviction, confidence, all that. So yeah. Remember always the 3 C's.
So thank you
so much.
Thank you, Jay. I know the team is so happy to have you here, and especially because you told us like I need to be with them. Like you went to the back office, see everyone, ask us about everyone, give some goals for some of them that I'm telling them, and that's like to have you here and take your time for 2 hours the other day to analyze our whole team. That's awesome, and God bless you because your energy is wow. Thank you.
See you next month in Monations.
Go tag Jay on social media, tag Ray, Urdaneta, everyone, so they can see that even that our team, most of our team speak both languages. She just say, I'm doing it. I don't care. Like I will be there. I will help. And most of our team is in USA. So some of you guys are in Jade Center area. So get contact with her. Go to the events, know her, and we'll plan something special for you guys, for some of you guys with her in our next trip, so we can go get some drinks with Jake or something special.
We will.
So,
We will.
and she's the one that tell us. So we're like, okay, are you? Let me know.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to people. Okay, we'll dress up for you. So we're doing that, and thank you so much with all my heart. I'm so happy.
You so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jay. Again, thank you again, and we're so happy. We're gonna keep, talking and sharing stuff with you. So, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for spending your time here with us. And
go to the chats and bring all that energy to your girls and the people that wasn't here for working, your notes from the call, and let's share with everyone. Okay.
Sure.
Really quickly, I think somebody asked for a photo inside the chat.
Oh, let's go.
Pause. Whatever you want. Let's do it. Just tell me when. Just tell me when.
All right. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Love. Thank you so much, Jade.
Thank you,
guys.
Have a good night. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.